Hi, this is Gary Kay. We're here at InfoComm 2019. We're going to do a quick booth tour of the Nureva booth. If you don't know who Nureva is, check them out at nureva.com, Nureva.com. I'm with Rob Abbott, who's the VP of Products. Good morning, Rob. How are you?
Yeah, good to see you, Gary.
We've done this a few times, and you've got a nice, simple layout here on the show floor, and you're one of the most popular, if not the most popular, collaboration companies here because you've sort of invented a new space that I've been referring to as digital ideation.
Great, yeah. We've been at InfoComm for a few years, and we're here at the UC&C Hall, and we're showing our whole suite of products.
Yeah, well, let's start with what you have back here. This is a great demo. I use the HDL300. Talk about what the HDL300 is and what this demo is.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can see here above the flat panel here, the integrated microphone speaker bar called the HDL300. And it's a real novel audio conferencing system. So you don't need any microphones on the ceiling, nothing on the table. You simply mount the HDL300 to the wall, and it fills your meeting room with over 8,000 virtual microphones. And so what we're really all about is a simple installation, a nice auto-configuring learning microphone system, and just great audio pickup. So the way the virtual microphones work, really wherever you are in the room, whether you're facing away from the microphones, moving around, working, writing on a whiteboard, we get great audio pickup.
Yeah, and it connects to, for example, if you're using something like Zoom or Microsoft Teams, it just connects to a PC that has that app on it just through USB, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's seen as just a USB peripheral, so it's a kind of a driverless plug-and-play experience, nice and clean. And what we do at the show here is a bit unique to us. I think others might be starting to do it, but we actually do live demos. We don't can it at all. We do live demos over the live internet back to our Calgary office or to other locations in the world. So if you come to our booth, what you'll see is just a real live, rich experience, the same one that you would have in your own meeting room. We run it off of Zoom or Microsoft Teams.
Yeah, and you can actually get that same experience if you're not at InfoComm. If you're here at InfoComm, come by the 4300 aisle. But if you're not at InfoComm, you can go to your website and watch the videos. And you can actually request to have Nureva do a demo for you, so they'll walk around the room and you can see what it's like. Let's go over here and take a look at the SPAN workspace. Obviously, this is that digital ideation product that we've talked about. And in this particular example, you've got two short throw projectors that make up the Nureva wall product.
Yeah, exactly. We're showing a dual a Nureva wall. This gives you over 15 feet of active working space. So what we like to think of this product, Gary, is a working wall. And so we're not really trying to compete at a pixel level or a resolution level with displays. This is about trying to replicate those large analog walls of paper and process. And we just want to give our teams places to roll up their sleeves and get some work done. So nice big 15-foot interactive digital working space.
And the resolution of these projectors, last year you came out with, you stepped up the resolution and went to laser projection, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, well, they've always been laser, which means they have the same lamp character, or they don't have a lamp, and they have the same kind of cost of ownership characteristics as an IFP. So things don't need to get replaced or moved. But if I remember correctly, it's 25,000 hours of useful life, which is, I think, essentially the same as what an integrated flat panel is. But the key is that the light is out of your eyes. It's a nice, bright 3,500 lumen image at a good resolution. And again, it's all about really getting the image out of the way and getting your team up and getting their hands on an interactive canvas. And so what you see here is the wall, but really what the wall's job is to show you the SPAN workspace.
Right.
So the workspace are essentially canvases that you can add really any types of content to and share with your team. And so one of the things I want to show you here is exactly what you're touching on here, but just so that for your viewers, this is a dual HDL wall with a SPAN workspace on it.
Yeah, and in this case, there's basically you have a big, large digital canvas behind here, and we're able to scroll back and forth along that canvas, and it is interactive. It's a walk up and use experience. So why don't you demo it a little bit?
Yeah, so what we did in kind of the starting premise was, let's give you a way of duplicating anything that you see in an analog note or card-based collaborative process, and give you the ability to add digital sticky notes, digital pieces of paper, group them, add images, and the way we're really seeing this used are by teams that are trying to push a process. We're not so much about better meetings, although there's an element of better meetings in what we do. We're really about how do you get a group of lean practitioners to drive a process a bit faster? How do you get a Scrum, Agile using Scrum team to involve distributed participants? And it's really a different angle than, say, a pure better meeting product. It's about how do I drive that process faster? And one of the biggest things we are announcing at the show is JIRA Integration. And so with the July release of SPAN, when you have a group of notes, you'll see a new icon. You can see it right here, which is the JIRA icon. And what that lets you do is right from SPAN, you can send to JIRA. And so right from SPAN, you are now interfacing the JIRA, your JIRA project list. So you can, this isn't SPAN data, this is actually JIRA data here. So me as the administrator, I'm seeing all of my projects, project types, and I can send directly from SPAN as a set of notes, and they push right into JIRA as a set of JIRA stories. And so one of the biggest pieces of feedback we got from our Agile users was, we love SPAN for visualizing our work and for planning our next sprints. Can you make it easier for this just to move directly into JIRA? So we were writing to JIRA's API in this case.
That's going to be extremely popular, and this is now available, right? You announced it earlier this year, but it's now available.
Right now, yeah, it's in beta right now for anyone who wants to try it, but it actually gets formally released the end of July.
End of July, so it's only 30 days away. And then finally, one of the things I talked to Nancy about earlier today was that that you actually have a partnership with the Intel Unite people, and you've launched basically Nureva Sketch inside of the Intel Unite platform as an app.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been working with Intel for a while. We started just by creating a HDL plugin. So you can see here, really simple, it's just from the Unite interface, you can control the HDL's volume, mute, and things like that. So it's just giving the Unite user a convenient way of accessing those controls. But at InfoComm, we're announcing Nureva Sketch. So this is a new thing for us, and what it is, it's really a walk-up and use whiteboard. Roger can kind of show you some of the functionality as I'm talking. It's simple, it's meant to be very user-friendly, but it does have some neat kind of tricks to it and some power. So you can see he's able to do things like create smart connectors. So he's writing here, he can do a connector, and once an object is connected, it is interactive and movable. So although simple, has a few little tricks to make the experience powerful. Movable ink, palm erase, so you can erase with your palm, write with your hand, and you can see movable ink. So the idea here, though, Gary, is really to help the adoption of Intel Unite by giving them some of the apps that they felt were missing in their app showcase. And one of the things they really wanted to see was some better whiteboarding tools. And now for us, what it's really about, because we're not so much just about digital whiteboards, we're about collaborative ideation and collaborative software. So the angle for us here is that we can give people a nice, easy walk up and use a whiteboard, but what we're going to provide is the ability to send that sketch into SPAN. And so the idea is, how do you go from unstructured work that, just quick throwaway ideas, but hey, you have an idea you want to keep, something that's meaningful, you send it to SPAN, it becomes a group in SPAN, maintains all of its interactivity, and then you can start to build and add structure around it. So that's the tie to kind of what we do. Unite is used often in places where you need an HDL, and Unite is used in collaborative sessions that we feel can be escalated up or exported into a SPAN working session.
Yeah, one of the neat things about Unite is that you can use it on any display that is on the network. So pretty much you don't have to have a media player everywhere. You just use it on any display in the network, and all of a sudden now you can brainstorm on a display that was a digital signage display, bring up Sketch, and then move it to the room that has the SPAN wall or the Nureva wall. So this is a great tour. Thanks for joining us. You can see videos, sort of like little tutorials in a way, of each one of these products. We're going to go around and shoot individual product videos here during the show by just going to ravepubs.com, clicking on the InfoComm link, and then typing Nureva in the video search window. Okay. Rob Abbott, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thanks for your time, Gary.
Best of luck for you to today's show. We got lots to do here over the next 3 days, so keep watching. And of course, all of our InfoComm coverage is at ravepubs.com/InfoComm 2019.